Guys, what's going on? It's our Gtown blog number 5.
Is that all?
Yeah, 5. We're trending, so that's good. It's a snow day. It's crazy in Portland. You guys have had about an inch, maybe 2 inches of snow. It's nuts. We've had 2 feet out here, and, it's good stuff. How's everyone doing?
Prepared for this, man.
All right, what are we talking about tonight? Commish?
Start off with last week.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know how many texts we shared. Sorry, it's the school district calling for the 35th time today telling us. Dude, I literally got a call saying buses are on snow routes. Then I got a call saying after school activities are canceled. Then I got a call saying buses for middle school are going to be late because they're going to get chained up. And then there was another one later. Now I just got literally a 5th one. And it's a little ridiculous. Like, why don't you consolidate? Give me one call. Do that.
They run an efficient ship down there at the David Douglas School District.
Okay, so anyway, back on track here.
If any David Douglas people are watching this that are employee or bosses, we love you guys. You're great.
This is actually Gresham Barlow.
Gresham Barlow.
Okay. Where were we? Last
week.
I don't know. We texted like 100 times, but it was like every play. There's so much on the line. Every play was helping somebody and screwing somebody.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Like, I felt left for dead when I got out of church. Well, I checked at the very end. There's ties. At the very end of church, and Stafford was about halftime and had like 230 something. I was feeling really good. And then as we were leaving church, Stafford threw a pick in the end zone, and right when I got home, he had just thrown another pick, and I was like, it's over. I'm done. Giving up. Then Stafford has a little comeback game-winning touchdown drive, and then like McCoy finishes strong, and everything's like totally picking up. Kyle Rudolph gets a touchdown, and then I'm back in business. And I got to the point where I was really confident. But then Atlanta's scrubs gave up 14 points at the end. I can't complain. They got like 455, but they were like mid 500s for a while, and so that put me from needing like 50 points to needing like 150. But I had Dez. Still feeling pretty confident going into the evening. Wow. That was just like, I wrote a slow motion train wreck on the page. And that's honestly what it felt like. Because for a while you're like, okay, like it'll get going. He just needs a few catches here. If he gets in the end zone, I almost have it wrapped up. Just let's get him going. If he doesn't get in the end zone, I only need like 75 yards. I'll be fine. And then further and further into the game, you just start losing hope, and then it gets so bad that you're just target him once, just throw it his direction. And every time he would throw it his direction, I'd get fired up, like, come on, Dez, make the play. There's one deep ball, I don't know if you remember, I think it was Dak's second pick, where I saw Dez get the outside release going deep, and I'm like, throw it to him. And he drops back and hugs that thing, and I'm like, come on, Dez, I'm yelling. And then I realize it's like 20 yards inside, and I'm like, well, Dak, what are you doing? Just right to the safety, not even close. So discouraging. So that was a very painful way to have your season end.
Yeah. I guess for me, the whole time, only thing going through my head is one of the greatest games ever in fantasy history is going to be for naught. I was literally like 784 points from Le'Veon. Not enough.
Have we discussed is that the non-quarterback record? I think it has to be, right? Ewood, you got to do some work there.
Yeah, he would let us know. But, I mean, literally it was like, okay, this guy's going to – for me to win, he needs to get 900. Like, because, man, Le'Veon, if you would just put up a little bit more, man, we'd be okay here. It was just –
Well, you still had Breeze, Mike Evans, Cooks, and somebody else. You got like four solid guys going in the afternoon. It looked like you were going to drop like 25 plus. And then all of a sudden, they all started choking at the same time. Oh, my gosh, bro. Projected-wise, you were projected to come in third going into the last game.
Yep. Yeah, I got lucky, bottom line.
It looked like the biggest choke job ever. Now, I can only imagine Healer's feelings not understanding that the top 2 point scorers go. And so he was just in agony because Zeke had it down to like he needed like 2 yards, and then he got tackled for a 6-yard loss. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, my night's over." Oh my gosh, I wish I could have seen that.
So Healer, your job is to give us the play-by-play of your emotional state on Sunday. I gave you mine. I was vulnerable. I laid my heart out. So I want to hear Healer because he didn't know it was top 2 until Monday.
So funny.
Keeler, did you sleep Sunday? I know Stump didn't.
Oh my gosh, dude.
All right. Well, what do you make of the top four? Size them up. You're in an interesting spot now that you're only commentary. I mean, you have no dog in the fight, literally. So you got to bring a real objective view to this.
Okay, so before doing any digging in, I made the Schwab prediction just going with my gut. Now, after looking at things, I would probably – it's interesting because you, Schwab, and Verge have the three best rosters very clearly to me, and they're all pretty close. Healer has the best matchups. He's actually got some pretty good matchups. The keys being for Zeke's matchups are solid, but Matt Ryan has got like San Francisco followed by, I want to say Carolina maybe, and another horrible secondary. Whereas all of you three, the other three, have pretty rough quarterback matchups, at least one, if not two. So Breeze has like Arizona and Tampa again.
Mm-hmm.
Russ has Arizona and the Rams, and he's just obviously just coming off a rough game. And then Big Ben had, I think, Cincinnati and Baltimore. So if those guys are getting held down to like 300 and Matt Ryan's going for 500, that's a huge advantage for Healer. So I think he's actually going to factor in. I'd be crazy still to pick him. Just looking at rosters, I think I would probably – I have a hard time with the top three, but I think I might switch my vote to Fosby going for the win.
Wow. Yeah, that's – I don't feel confident at all. Breeze right now.
So the big three should feel confident. I
don't
think. Terrell Pryor lay an egg last week. That would make me real nervous if I was Verge and with Russ. Schwab losing Melvin Gordon. That hurts, but he's got running back depth. It's not that big of a fall off. He still could totally win it. Julio being banged up. That's going to be huge right there. If Julio comes back and he's full strength Julio, he's got two good matchups also. And I think that could be the difference for Schwab winning this thing. If Julio misses a game, then all bets are off. Here's my take. So if I'm ranking them, I'm going to go just real tight. Fosby, Verge, Schwab, small gap to Healer, but a big gap on actual squad.
Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I have no idea who's going to win, but I think it's going to come down within 50 points. 2 week total, 50 points, 25 yards.
That's a bold prediction.
Yeah, I think it's going to be spooky and scary. I think if any teams within, maybe besides Healer, if any teams within 400 going into week 2, they have a chance.
Because that's why it's fun. The 2-week final is fun that way. Yep. Just like last week, it was pretty awesome sitting there going, every play, even the ones that aren't affecting my team there's no matchup. So if something goes right for Healer, it hurts me, even though he's on the other side of the bracket. That's why the points only at this point, I think it's pretty spicy, even though it just killed me last week. I'd be in the finals, dang it. But just so we're clear, Healer, it's the 2-week total, points only, no matchups. You're still alive after this week.
Don't drop Ezekiel Elliott because you're mad at him after week 15.
I will say, I don't know if you saw, but it has no bearing on anything, but I dropped Randall Cobb as soon as I possibly could after he talked smack about the Seahawks. Did you see that?
No, what did he say?
He was garbage. I don't know. He's talking about how we're like cheap shotting people, and that's just the way we are. We're the Seahawks. We're a bunch of front runners, he called us. I was like, I'm done with you, Cobb.
He's not doing very good. He's not
the biggest disappointment of all time. He had one good game after one good season 3 years ago. You're garbage.
That's right, Cobb.
Because Sherman knows the rules. Sherman, when the quarterback leaves the pocket, there's no pass interference anymore. You can't hold still, but you can drill guys. I don't know if you saw the game, but there was one play where Sherman just lit a dude up, but it's because Rodgers left the pocket. And nobody knows the rules better than Sherm, and so they get upset about that kind of stuff. But it's like, if you knew the rules, you'd get out of Sherm's way, you know? I don't know.
And if you're Cobb and you just did what you did to Seattle, you don't need to talk smack. Just say, yeah, it was a good game.
Let the play do the talking.
Yeah.
Let all 33 of your yards do the talking. Good job, Randall.
Exactly. Okay, so another interesting narrative is other leagues that guys are in. Some guys are trying to win some money on the side. For instance, I'm number 1 seed in my league here in Sisters. $10 buy-in, 12-team league. First place walks away with 90. Second place walks away with $20. Third place gets their $10 back.
Okay.
And so the conversation that we've been having is how valuable is, and we've got a poll going, and appreciate you guys getting in there and voting. I saw Big Daddy just came with his response. Did you see that?
I think we're up to 8 votes. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think, man? What's that point where you're like, okay, this is enough dough that I would tank in Gtown? Can your tank in Gtown be bought?
First of all, let's throw this out there. Paulie, it'd be awesome if you voted in your first poll of all time, bro, and made your first message board appearance of the year. That'd be awesome. But thanks you for at least setting your lineup this year.
Yes. Amen.
I gave the brief story of being in a league where I showed up and realized that I had to pay $40 when I was told I would have to pay $20. So there's $400 on the line. It was $320 and $80 for first and second. So when it came down to crunch time, I was in the finals in both leagues, and I have to say that one had me looking. I had won one title in Gtown, and I don't think I'd won my second yet. I was staring that sucker down, knowing that there's $320 on the line. But still, it wasn't like it was getting more priority than Gtown. Gtown was still the first check. There's a certain point, though. Big Daddy said it well. There's a number, but that number is not a 3-digit number. I'm like, that's perfect right there.
That's so good.
Wholeheartedly agree with that.
That's so good. It's like, would you like $800? Would I get you checking first? No, not quite 800. 1,500. I would need half my trip to Hawaii paid for me to think about it. Yeah, like I like $90 doesn't have me. It's not even close in terms of which one I want to win.
No. There needs to be some extra zeros.
Yeah, exactly. Put at least another 0 on there. And at least at that point, I have a dilemma. There's no dilemma right now. I would much rather lose in Sisters than win Gtown.
I still, all things equal, I would have taken, not all things equal, one being 320 less than the other. I was still taking the Gtown, man. I would have been more proud of that. But it didn't sting hardly at all. I've lost 3 Gtown finals. And that one didn't sting hardly at all, knowing that I was walking away with 320 from another league. So,
yeah, that's all. So that you lost Gtown that year.
Yeah.
Who would you lose to?
I'd have to go back and look.
Okay. Well,
I can't remember. Probably Schwab.
How does this year, just how things finish for you in terms of emotional pain, trauma, and suffering? How does this loss? How does it rank all time for you?
It's to be determined.
Yeah.
If my squad goes off the next 2 weeks, it's going to really hurt. The worst ever, I think, actually, was not losing in the finals. The most pain, the one that still nags at me, was the year where the last 6 weeks of the season I finished first every week, except there was 1 week where I finished in second place. And it was the first week of the playoffs, and I was matched up against you, and you had your best week of the year. You finished first, and you beat me. I still even remember the score, 2,082 to 2,067. I lost by 15 points. And I could have played anybody any week the last 6 weeks, and I would have won the title, except for that one team, that 1 week. Oh, my gosh. So that was the best 6-week run in Gtown history, and I didn't get in it. And I did it at the end of the last 6 weeks of the season, have the best run in Gtown history, and I didn't get a out of it. That's so classic me too. Like peak, have a great week, and then choke. Yeah, you didn't even make the finals. No. Dude, I will say this: that year, Big Daddy won it all, and that was the Peyton Manning GOAT year, greatest of all time. And Big Daddy was totally deserving. So that takes a little the edge off. Just knowing that I could have played Big Daddy 6 weeks in a row, head up, and beaten him every time to end the year. That was rough. Dang. That's funny. Yeah, for me, just getting through, barely getting to the finals, it takes the pressure off. I'm like, okay, I'm there. Now thanks. Whatever happens, happens. If I wouldn't have got there, dude, I think I would have been really messed up for probably a good solid day and a half. You still want to, that would have hurt, dude. Yeah. If Zeke and Dez would have both got the job done. Yeah. That would have been painful. But now you at least want a top 2 finish. You got to fight for that top 2. Yep. That's right. Well, anything else we need to cover? No, maybe we'll do one more vlog next week. Just kind of finalizing things, looking at this week, and making some toilet bowl predictions.
Yeah, that's going to be great. And then maybe a little bit about off-season plans in terms of keepers and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do some vlogging.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
All right. Sounds good. All right, guys.
Let us know.
Check us out. Enjoy. See ya.
Yeah.